Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 34 of the Pokemon Cup Series. Today we're here at Sonoma Raceway for the running of the Lombard Bros Gaming 350. The PCS Goes West concludes here today at Sonoma Raceway, and it's our first road course race of the season for the Cup Series in Season 34. This is the entire track that the drivers will have to go through here today. It is the first road course, as I mentioned earlier, here this season, so it'll be a real test for these guys to see how much they can handle turning left and right. Starting on the pole today, we have the number 2 of Igor Barreto. On his outside will be the 14 of Rich Roy. In row 2 we have DJ Kirker and Alexander Rowe. Row 3 has Brandon Tharp and James Richardson. Row 4, Diego Yepes and John Andrews. And rounding out your top 10 are Eli Bright and Pichu. And we have a bit of a surprise for you guys. The Lombard Bros themselves will be competing here in today's race, since it's named after them. The first Lombard Bro is Zachary Lombard in the 7 car today. That's actually from the New York racing team that they just opened up, and they'll make a full-time ride in the Cup Series next season. But they're gonna have their first race the first race for the team here today. In Sonoma with Zachary Lombard on the wheel in the 7. And the other Lombard Bro in this field is Joseph Lombard, his twin brother. And he'll be running in the 94 Napa car for today's race because, of course, it's Lombard Bros Gaming and they both run the company. And we thought we'd give them a chance to experience the Cup Series again. Joseph Lombard did run in the Cup Series a couple seasons ago and actually won a race in New Hampshire, and that happens to be our next race after this. So he is a Pokemon Cup Series winner from a long time ago, so Joseph Lombard does have experience driving here in the Cup Series. Only for one season though, but he did have a win in that his only season he competed in. Zachary, this is his first race ever in the Cup Series. He actually started higher than his brother Joseph in the lineup. I decided not to put them in the front row because I already did that at Auto Club Speedway in the race that was named after Lombard Bros as well. At Auto Club, they both ran the 39. Zach had to take the 139 as the number in order for me to run both 39 cars into that race. And Joey Trickle actually moved over to the 93 for that race and won in that car, believe it or not. Trickle will be eligible for the playoffs, even if he switched numbers for that race only. So Trickle's still eligible. He'll be back in that 39 car next weekend in the X Series. But for this race only, Zach Lombard's going to ride the 7, and the 94 is going to be driven by Joseph Lombard. So I tried to find the MenX 18 cars as best as I could. Obviously, there's no Lombard Bros Gaming MenX 18 car, so I had to use the cars that I had and the numbers I didn't use for this season so that they would have a shot at competing here in today's race. But don't worry, the Lombard Bros will be on the front row. Spoiler alert, at the last Lombard Bros race, and that'll be in the Truck Series at Walt Disney World Speedway. Since the Truck Series does not have a race in California this season, they will have the Lombard Bros Gaming race, the truck race at Walt Disney World Speedway in Florida. And Zachary Lombard is going to be the pole setter for that race. Joseph will start on his outside, just so that we're even. But anyway, here we are in Sonoma Raceway, and we're about to take you to the command to fire up the engines.
Gentlemen, start your engines! I'm up in the center of 1 and 2 up here, so as you're going down the back stretch into 3, it may appear to me that they're inside, but they may be just shy of that. I'll really try to stay on top of that all night, buddy.
Sorry, my phone just went off, and I forgot to mention Evan Hunter is starting 27th, looking to go 2 for 2 here after winning last weekend at Auto Club Speedway. So here we go. The pace car is going to come down pit road, and we're going to have 20 laps here around the Sonoma Raceway circuit. Barreto leads the field, and we're going green here at Sonoma in the Lombard Bros Gaming 350. Oh, look at the 14 getting too loose into the grass, and the 14 gets by for the lead. Rich Roy in front. This track's not forgiving because the turns can be a little tough to navigate. Into the S's right now, into the leg turn. A little bit in the grass, and here comes the 88 of DJ Kirker. Kirker gonna try to make a move right now. Can't quite get there yet. Now down to the carousel in turn 11. Oh wow, look at Alexander Rowe. Getting the second spot away from the 88 of Kirker. And the first lap is going to the 14. 41 just got second place from the 88 car. And the 41 still trying to pass Kirker for second. Still trying to get the line. And he finally going to get the line right here. And Alexander Rowe is in front, is in second place now behind his own teammate. That is Rich Roy in the 14. Kirker in third, Barretto and James Richardson round out your top 5. And look at John Andrews running 6th place right now. And Brandon Tharp sporting the Napa scheme for today's race. Usually the 9 has the scheme, but the 24 for today is running it for the Napa team. Oh, Barretto's closing in, and here comes Richardson. He's going to get by the 88 car. 2 Hedrick cars battle it out as well. They're going to duke it out here. And Andrews gets by Kirker. Alexander Rowe is in second position. He holds off Barretto for now. And right now, Joseph Lombard, he's 34th. Not really in the prime position to win at all, but enjoying his time back in the Cup Series after competing in only one season of the series. And I mentioned earlier, he actually won a race. He won at New Hampshire in that season. His only win of the Cup Series, so he does have a Cup win to his name. But Zachary Lombard, on the other hand, he's done 23rd, but he's in 23rd. And just made the pass on the 4 of Zachary Fitzwater, and the 2 Zachs are going to battle it out now. More drivers in the grass. That grass could be a difference maker. Could make or break a position here. Look at how close these guys are. Lily on the bumper, and the 11 of Grant McKee a little too loose on that corner. McKee's going to lose a ton of positions, and he's going to drop and fade back. And Grant McKee loses the spots. Sure looks like the Incanario machine is going to try to catch the 88 of DJ Kirker. Freya McShane off to has some major damage in the back. McShane, the 18, had damage. The caution didn't come out. It looks like she made contact with that 3 car. And Brandon Tharp was just trying to find a position to make a pass there, but he just can't quite do it. And Ethan Wickenhauser is now moving up over Diego Yepes, and that's the, I believe that's for 14th. Oh, Bright gets by, squeezes through Brandon Tharp. Wow, close call there. He just squeezed by Brandon Tharp, and now Tharp is a little off, and now Pichu is going to try to pass him. My goodness, Brandon Tharp is just loose everywhere, and he's losing another position. Close call, but Pichu's going to pass him. Or is he? Tharp still trying to fight back, and the caution's out for the first time in the race. The yellow comes out first time today in this race, and I think Matthew Emdev brought out the caution. He made and Gatlin Downey was the one that made contact with Matthew Emdev down the S's. and he hits the wall and spins. Just stands there and the full course yellow comes out. Took a while before the yellow came out, but now he's stuck on track and the yellow came out. They're gonna race it back, I believe. Or they're gonna go slow. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, but I guess they're gonna take another extra caution lap just to get everybody back into the swing. Yeah, and now everybody's back in it, and everybody's coming down pit road at under caution. So this could make or break a race here, and I think they might be one or even two more stops in this race from when they were pitting. Oh no, I think there's one more stop. Yeah, I think there's one or two more stops maybe when they're coming to pit road, and everybody's taking the chance. So Rich Roy's going to lead the field down to pit road now. We'll see how these cars are going to deal with it. So now they're under pit road. They're now going under pit road right now. Let's see who's going to come out first. Whoa, the two here almost hit the official there. But we've seen drivers get out and hit the official and went through. But thank goodness that he's not real. Because if he was real, if he was like a solid object, that'd be some trouble. Oh man, that was a close race between Alexander Rowe and Rich Roy. Who they're going to give it to? Wow, that was a real close race between teammates. Who got there first? I think it was Rowe. I think Alexander Rowe got there first. Wow, that was extremely close, and it was between teammates. And Alexander Rowe, it looks like, might have just barely beat out Rich Roy, his own teammate, to the line off pit road. Wow, that was close. John Andrews got there, and then Barretto and Bright. Wow, that was insane. Are they going to say Rowe's the leader? Rowe's the leader. Okay, so Alexander Rowe leads. Wow. Never thought that would happen. So Alexander Rowe's going to lead us back to the green. Okay, so it looks like we are going to have a lead change after all between teammates. Rowe leads over Roy. So who's going to be the one on top? By the way, Rich Roy already won a race this season at 14. Hopes to go for 2 here in Sonoma. And Alexander Rowe is hoping to win again in the 41, trying to get himself in the playoffs so he can join his teammate in competing for the championship. Green flag is back. Looks like Alexander Rowe got a good start. Oh, there's some contact. Peter Onjak getting really loose uphill. Grant McKee also got off the grass, and Onjak got off the track as well. And I forgot to mention, but MDev is done for the day. And Ian Canari just moved up. Eli Bright just dropped down. Canari has just moved up. Now into the dog leg right here, into the S's. These S's can be pretty loose sometimes. John Andrews got a little bit of the grass there. Barretto's been really trying to pounce on those opportunities. Is Barretto going to make a move down to the carousel? He's going to try. He's going to try to pass John Andrews for 3rd place down the carousel. There he goes. He gets the pass down the carousel, and he's away. Barretto gets 3rd place, and 4th place John Andrews. And Ian Canari is trying to pounce on the 9. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Look at Brandon Tharp trying to cut in over the 17. And Tharp just cut into the 17 of Richardson, and so is Ethan Wickenhauser. Oh, look at that. Dexter Black just moved up another spot. Could be his first top 10 of his career. Oh, Barretto got a little of the grass. Eli Bright nearly got contact. Oh, wow. Riley Spurley tube trying to block the 42 of Sebastian Kukulon. And 13 got way up high, and Kevin National is not really looking so good. And a battle for the lead here as Rich Roy's trying to get that lead back from his teammate. Obviously not trying to help out Road get in the playoffs, his own teammate. He just wants to win for himself. Already has a win earlier this season. He could try to make it 2. And he's going to get the 41. So there, Rich Roy has retaken the lead halfway through the race. Arguably probably one of the best cars, if not the best car, here on this track. Alexander Rowe and Rich Roy both have best cars of the day so far. But now Barretto's getting second place. So Barretto is back to second. Into the grass. Oh, Barretto, he's pouncing. He's really trying to pounce on that 14. I mean, Barretto's been nothing but almost perfect down the corners. And here comes Ian Canario, going to try to make a pass on 4th place. Oh, he's coming. Barretto is coming. He's right there. And the 3rd place car, Canario makes it. And wait a minute, is Alexander Rowe... Wait, Alexander Rowe just dropped back. I didn't even notice. Rowe just lost a lot of positions on that corner. Wow, must have taken a bad corner, and it was costly. Oh wow, he made contact. He has some damage there. He has some damage. He made contact. Oh boy, what a tough break for the 41. So much for a 1-2 finish for Stuart Haas, but Rich Roy's going to try to hold off Barretto. He nearly got into the grass last time. Oh, he got way too far in the grass and Barretto leads. Rich Roy just got way too far in that grass and Barretto leads. What a move. The caution's out with 10 laps to go. Right on time. Wow. That is insane. Barretto leads. And let's take a look at what happened under yellow. Dexter Black. There you see Dexter Black and James Richardson. They both collided and made contact into the tire barrier. They went. And then I see more other drivers get involved. Oh no, Joseph Romanek and Zachary Fitzwater also spun on the same corner. At least we got a couple green flag laps in. 4 cars wrecked on that corner that brought the yellow flag for the 2nd time in Sonoma. Now let's see if they're going to come to pit road under yellow and make possibly their last stops of the day. Or it's probably going to come down the final laps. And Barretto's going to come down, but Rich Roy's going to stay out. So some of the cars came down, but the others have stayed out, and Rich Roy's one of them. So he's going to retake the lead now. Barretto's going to have fresher tires, but we'll see if he can hold on over the pack and behind him and possibly try to get back in the swing. Get back to that lead. Well, it looks like Barretto's deep in the field. And Romanek is trying to catch up to the pack. So where is Barretto now? He's running in, I think, behind the 3. So, must have not been a good pit stop for Barretto, but he did lead for a while, though. At least he had that. 7 laps to go in Sonoma. Rich Roy, green flag is back. We'll see if Rich Roy can handle it. Ian Canario also has been making moves all day too, so he's going to try to win this thing. Trying to make the Final Four for the 4th time in his career and still trying to win that first championship. Oh, he's going to lose a spot to John Mendez. Took a bad run on the corner, and John Mendez able to pounce on the 21 and get that move. John Mendez was a winner earlier, so top 2 drivers in this field have won already, and there's the caution again. Didn't even go through 1 lap, and already there's a caution. So I wonder if they're going to pit under the yellow at this point. A little bit in the grass, and they're making contact. Oh, Canary made contact with a 13. Mendez somehow saved it. Wow, and Barretto was involved. Barretto was involved in the caution. And Brandon Tharp's going to try to get 3rd place before the yellow. Let's see if he can do it. Looks like he did. Brandon Tharp just took 3rd before the yellow with 6 to go at Sonoma. And Igor Barretto, wow, I can't believe it. I thought he was going to be a winner when the pit stop cycled out, but apparently it just didn't happen that way. Oh my goodness, it was a mess. So Sebastian Kukulon contact with Christian Vargas, and Roger Ray was the one that turned him. Ray then got into Barretto and the 3 car of Marcus Sacchi. And then chaos just started raining down the corners. Barretto got into the 51 of Gatlin Downey and into Joseph Lombard too in the 94. Lombard crashes at his own home at his race. Downey spins. Wickenhauser pits the 2 from behind. A messy caution. Couple cars involved. Boy, they were really rough. It was just rough making it out there. Zach Lombard's still in it, and he's actually in the 10th position. He's actually having a top 10 finish. But it depends, though, on whether or not the drivers that stayed out under caution before are going to come down pit road. They're not going to come down. So this is going to be a do-or-die situation now with 4 laps to go. Rich Roy's in front of Brandon Tharp and Yin Canario. We'll see if anybody will make moves on the final 4 laps. There's still the possibility of overtime here at Sonoma if we need it. Probably would only be the 3rd race this season with overtime, but there could possibly be that possible finish. And Rich Roy's hoping that overtime doesn't happen, unless if he stays out and stays as a leader under regulation. Green flags in the air. Look at John Mendez, going to be very aggressive on that 14. He's trying everything he can to block the 13. And Rich Roy off and running. Oh, look at Zachary Lombard. Look at him making the move. And he's into the top 10. He was 10th, and now he's up to 9th, I believe. And now he's going to try to get to 8th. My goodness, what a run for the 7, his debut race. Into the grass, here we go. Ooh, man. Pichu's in the grass. Pichu gets in the grass, and now all of them trying to bunch up here in the corner. Those were the guys that crashed. 3 to go, and Mendez way too high. Into the wall he goes. And Canario slows up in front of him. That might be what Rich Roy needs. Unless if a caution comes out. Somehow Mendez was still able to get 2nd, but he hit that wall and Canario slowed up in front of him. That might be what Rich Roy needed to possibly pull ahead, unless if he has to come down pit road in the final laps or there's overtime. Look at the damage by Joseph Lombard, and yet he's still running. But if there's overtime, though, it's not going to matter. John Mendez is actually a lapped car. I didn't even realize that. John Mendez is lapped. So Canario might have just hurt his chances to catch the 14 unless if 14 screws up or there's overtime. And he's still in 2nd. Downey's on pit road. A handful of cars on pit road. Rich Roy's not coming down. Canario's coming down though. He will come down to pit. there's no point of trying to catch the 14. He's going to have to hope for the best. More cars come down pit road now with 2 laps to go, but the 14 stays as your leader. Pichu is up to second place. He won in Sonoma, and he actually won at Auto Club Sonoma one season in the same year. So he has a ton of experience around this track, and if Rich Roy has to pit, I think Pichu might have a chance to win again at Sonoma, unless overtime happens. Oh wow, Rowe beat out the 21. Oh wait a minute. No, he didn't. I'm sorry. Canaria's out first. Is he going to merge onto the track safely? We're going to almost to the white flag. If we take that white flag under green, that will be the final lap of the race. There will be no overtime. And here comes Roy. Is he going to have to pit? Oh, he's slowing down. He's coming down now. No, he's not. Wow, I thought he was coming down. I'm sorry. I thought he was going to come down. But he's not going to come down. He's going to try to stretch the fuel and go as far as he can. White flag in the air for Rich Roy with 1 lap to go. Big lead over Pichu. He might have to try to save fuel and win this thing. But he's been dominant so far this almost the entire race. The second half, preferably, he's been the most dominant. All Pichu can hope for now is if Rich Roy messes up. He doesn't have to deal with the lap car of John Mendez. He just has to go through the corners and hit every mark correct and not be able to pit on the final lap too. Last weekend, Evan Hunter became the first 2-time winner of Season 34 at Auto Club, and John Mendez and Rich Roy might try to do the same. Is he coming down pit road? No, he's not, and he will come off the final turn. And for the second race in a row, we have another multiple race winner, and Rich Roy's going to get his second win of the season at the Lombard Bros Gaming 350 at Sonoma Raceway. Oh, sad that the 7 of Zach Lombard didn't get a top 10. Wow, he dropped it all the way down to 16th. What a shame. I thought he was going to have a top 10 car. So here comes Zachary Lombard to take the final corners. I think he's going to be 16th. Looks like he will finish 16th. And there he goes. Zachary Lombard is going to have a 16th place finish here today at Sonoma. And Joseph Lombard, he's way far behind. I think he's out. I don't think he didn't. I don't think he completed the race. 94. I don't know. Wait. 12th. I must have missed him. I missed Joseph Lombard. He was 12th. Okay. So Joseph Lombard ended up finishing in the 12th position in today's race. So not bad finishes. Lombard was actually higher than Zach. How about that with that damage? 12 for Joseph and 16th for Zach. Wow, I thought Zach had the higher finish. But in the end though, Rich Roy beat out everybody and he wins for the second time in season 34. Evan Hunter and Rich Roy now have 2 wins each. Obviously are now the ones to watch out for in the playoffs. And if they were to cut off to 16, like last season, they'd be automatically in. Rest of the results on your screen. And Rich Roy's your winner here in Sonoma Raceway, his second win of the season, joining Evan Hunter as the only multi-race winners in season 34. Next weekend, we'll be heading over to New Hampshire Motor Speedway for the X and Cup Series races. And the Truck Series will head to Chicago Motor Speedway, first of 2 in the Chicago area, and then that following weekend, all 3 series will be back at Chicagoland. So hope you enjoyed this Pokemon Cup Series Goes West journey, and we'll see you guys next time at New Hampshire.